Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, and thank you so much for joining me for today's video. In this one, I'm sharing some cozy sewing projects. I have chosen 7 pattern picks for knit fabrics that are soft, stretchy and lovely to wear. They also make great wardrobe staples, ideal for sewing your own handmade capsule wardrobe. I've chosen patterns that are nice and easy to sew, so they're perfect for cozy sewing days. Most of them you can make in a day and lots of them are beginner friendly. I also have 2 free sewing patterns at the end of the video, so make sure you stay tuned for those. I will be sharing all the pictures, line drawings, sizing and details up on the screen as I go, and all links for all patterns will be down in the description box. But if you have any questions about anything that I share today, pop a comment below and we will chat down there. Right, let's grab a cuppa, get comfy and let's talk sewing patterns. So my first pattern pick is one that I've mentioned on this channel many times, but I have to mention it again because I will definitely be sewing it at least a couple more times this autumn. It is the Alissah Threads Valdivia sweater. This sweater is so cute and so versatile. It's got lots of different views. You have a cropped length, a regular length, and you also have a jumper dress option. There's a couple of different neckline options as well, more of like a sweatshirt style crew neck or a higher jumper neck, and it's really easy to hack if you wanted to add a roll neck. But the real star of this pattern is the sleeves. The sleeves are gorgeous. It has these beautiful, massive, dramatic puff sleeves, which also have a bishop sleeve option, or you can keep them a bit more tapered if you want it for layering under coats. You can just have the bishop sleeve option if you don't like a puff at the shoulder, and it also has cuffs too. I have made many of these jumpers and I have found they do actually layer underneath coats fine, even with the big sleeves. The other thing with this pattern is this makes a really great gift for someone. I'm actually planning on making a couple of different ones of these for my sisters for Christmas presents this year. Sorry to mention it that early, but it's a lovely pattern to sew. It comes together so quickly. This is definitely a project that you can make in a day. My favorite fabric to make this in is a Higgs & Higgs luxury cable knit. It's so soft. The quality is amazing. It looks as good as new when you've washed it and worn it 100 times, and there's loads of different colors, but this would also be great in just a sweatshirting fabric if you wanted something a little bit more casual. There's so many options with this one, as I know myself because I've sewn so many. So the second pattern I've chosen is an elevated basic. So this time of year, we obviously need the long sleeves, but sometimes you want something warm but looks cute as well. And I came across Simplicity S9451, which is this beautiful draped jersey top. There's a few different sleeve options with this one. You've got a long sleeve, a shorter sleeve, or sleeveless. If you are somewhere that's still relatively warm this time of year, lucky you, it's not me. I need the long sleeves, but there's also a couple of different options for the draping, which I really like. So you can either have it just draping at the shoulder or at the waist, or both. And it also has 2 neckline options. You can have a regular crew neck or a boat neck, which is really on trend at the moment and very elegant. This is the perfect pattern for date night. It looks like, again, it's going to be a really lovely speedy sew. Fabric wise, I would definitely go for something with a little bit of drape, something slinky. A bamboo jersey, a viscose jersey would be perfect for this. I definitely wouldn't opt for a cotton jersey because I don't think it will give you the lovely lines that something a little bit more slinky would. Because we're definitely in this time of year where we need jumpers and layers, I've chosen another jumper pattern, but this one is very different to the Valdivia sweater because it's more of a polo style. This is McCall's M8240 and it has this really lovely collar detail on it with a placket at the front. There's options to add buttons if you want a little bit more detail and you want to be able to do it up. And it's got lovely long sleeves and cuffs, a couple of different options on the hem. You can either leave it loose or there is the option to add a waistband to it too. This style of jumper is perfect for work as well because it looks pretty smart. It definitely elevates any outfit. I would be sewing this in a sweatshirting fabric or a lightweight knit. You don't want anything too chunky, especially with that placket and that collar, because it will be an absolute nightmare. It would also be really, really nice to lengthen this and turn it into a long jumper dress with some slits at the side to pair with a big chunky belt as well. I love this one. It definitely gives me Suzanne vibes. It looks really expensive, but it's that sort of style that is never going to date. You can wear it year on year. The next pattern I've picked is simple but essential, and I had to mention it because I'm wearing a version right now. My favourite knit pattern of all time, M7999. This is an oldie but a goldie. It is your basic figure hugging, high neck, long sleeve knit dress. And it's basic, but I've made loads of them. I love this pattern. It's got a few different necklines. You've got the higher neck like this, but you also have a crew neck version. There's slits in the side of the skirt, or you can have it a little bit more figure hugging if you want. And it's got long sleeves or short sleeves. The thing I love about this pattern is the versatility. Because it's such a simple shape and style, you can make it in so many different fabrics and so many different ways. So I have made it as a top here. I've literally just hacked it off at the hip. So I've got a top, which is perfect. So you can make dresses and tops from that one pattern. I have made it in sequins for party season. I have made it in a stretch mesh for like a layering piece over outfits, which I absolutely love. I've made loads of these. It's really, really easy to hack, but also super easy to sew. So this is perfect for a beginner project too. So I don't know about anybody else, but when I get to this time of year, I just want to live in my joggers. I work from home, so I spend a lot of time just wanting to be comfy. I'm sat on my sewing machine or my desk. I can't be doing that in jeans, so I need something warm but comfortable to wear on my bottom half. Sometimes dresses aren't going to cut it because it's just too chilly. So last year I bought a pair of ready-to-wear joggers and I was wearing them all the time and they were gross. So I went on a bit of a mission to try and find a sewing pattern for some trousers made out of knit that are basically joggers but chic, and I think I nailed it with this pattern from Simplicity. This is S3036. I've seen a couple of people making these and they look gorgeous. They are exactly what I wanted, an elevated jogger. So they have an elasticated waistband with a drawstring, pockets in the side, they're wide leg, but they have this pleat detail down at the front, which makes them look a little bit smarter. So you can definitely get away with wearing these out, but I love them and I need several pairs in several colours because I think I'd wear them a lot. I would definitely choose something like a Ponte Roma for this style pattern. If you go for a sweatshirting, you are obviously going to get that jogger style look, but a Ponte would be really comfy, really snuggly, and Ponte Roma jerseys wash really well, they wear really well, and they're always really high quality too. And speaking of Mimi G, I have two patterns that are completely free from her website to share with you. The first one is an everyday tee, the perfect basic. This is a great beginner project. If you are learning to sew and you are looking for something easy to get stuck into, I would highly recommend making a t-shirt. And I love this one because it's slightly different to your regular basic t-shirt. This pattern has a bit more of a tailored fit. It's also a unisex pattern as well, so it makes the perfect gift, but it has this center front seam detail, which is really, really nice. And it also has a couple of sleeve options. So you've got your basic short sleeve t-shirt, or you've got a long sleeve option. There's also an optional front patch pocket as well if you want some extra detail. The thing I like about this fabric is because it has the center front and center back seam, this could be a really good project for using up scraps. So you could do a bit of a color block t-shirt if you want, but it's just something a bit different. And you can also get away with using less fabric because you don't have to cut everything on the fold, which is really, really handy. The other free pattern on her website available now, which I have mentioned before, is the Annie cardigan. I thought I'd mention it again in case you missed it in my last pattern video, because these are normally limited downloads and I know she's just sharing it throughout the autumn, so I don't want you to miss out. This cardigan is lovely. I've got a couple of ready to wear cardigans in a very similar style that I wear all the time around the house at this time of year. It's a long line cardigan with big pockets at the front. It's got a big neckband detail and then wider sleeves, so it's perfect for layering over your favorite dresses and blouses. So both of these patterns are completely free. All you have to do is sign up for her newsletter. I'll pop all the links and everything down in the description box and you get sent them straight to your inbox. You can print them off at home, easy peasy. And that's all my pattern picks. I really hope you like my picks. Let me know which ones were your favorites and if you're going to be sewing any yourself this autumn winter. I am definitely missing a lot of basic pieces in my wardrobe, so I'm going to be on a mission over the next couple of weeks to make quite a few of these patterns. So if you want any sew alongs, any tips for sewing with knit fabrics or anything like that, let me know in the comments and that is something we could do together. If you did enjoy today's video and you would like to see more from me, make sure to like and subscribe. I would love to have you back. Next week, I have an autumn sewing vlog where we make a quilted jacket, and we have the second part of my series of making my wedding dress. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, make sure to go and watch that one. But that's everything from me today. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you soon. Happy sewing. Bye.